page, Girl Mooney 69 Ways, and I'm here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 8. The sound valve breakdown. Yes, so I enjoyed this episode because it gave like personal story, and I love personal story. Then this whole group back and forth of it all. I mean, it's entertaining nonetheless. As long as it makes sense, it's entertaining for me. But yeah, I love to get more personal story for some of these ladies. I like to see that more during the season. So yeah, if y'all new here, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button for your girl. If you see that hype button, go ahead, hype me up so I can get on the algorithm, okay? Because yes, even though the show is kind of entertaining, this season is more entertaining than season 16 to me, because I believe during the same time, this is episode 8, during the same time last season, it was the whole key and bread of it all, which was draining, okay? But even though Kay is disappointing me, Kay Michelle is disappointing me right now, it's still entertaining nonetheless. Um, yeah, so let's get into this episode, okay? Okay, so the episode starts off. We got what's her name? Kelli, Speaker Box Kelli. She is meeting up with her mom and her nana. And I think I don't know if this is the first time we saw Nana. I think we saw her in her last season. I think when the child had her birthday party, she gifted her daughter 17 designer bags or something like that. I could have sworn her mom and her Nana was there. So she's talking to them because, mind you, she's going through a lot financially. And she said her mom is like ahead of both locations for his employees. And the mom just said how the staff needs some training and some cooking skills. They basically need some training in the kitchen, basically. And she just saying how Sandy Springs is not doing too well, but her McDonough location is doing good, still doing good. So, and how her ex-husband is well over. She did the calculation. She said he's well over like $50,000. He got to pay more than $50,000 in child support, because he is back child support that he owed her and them kids. So yes, she said she did the calculations. Sandy Springs location not doing too well. She's just saying it's a hurdle. It's like a roadblock because she got tearful and emotional because she cannot film with her kids, especially the kids. The 3 kids that's by him. So he put in a roadblock trying to make sure she's not successful in this show. And then she also relayed that she is dating someone named Jarvis of it all. And because at first somebody said either was the mama or nothing. She was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna say you was pregnant." I was like, "Oh, hell no." But she said she been dating this person named Jarvis, which is his alias, and they've been dating for about like a year. She met him at a Hawks game. So I'm looking like, who in the hell did you bring to Porsha couple dinner like 7 weeks ago? Who was that? A paid actor? A paid escort for the night? Who's this Jarvis? Is he a married man? Like, why are we keeping him secret? I was going with it, and I said I had to think about it. I'm like, didn't you have a date at Porsha thing? So yeah, here we are. They've been dating for about a year, and her ex-husband is making her life hell. He putting hurdle after hurdle. She said he just bad because he can't control her. He trying to put some kind of control over her by way of the kids. And I'm like, yeah. And when I think about it, like her and Drew, I think I said this last season, like her and Drew got more in common than not. For us, they both went through or going through something with their ex, and they making their life hell. And then when it comes to, and they got kids, and they putting up roadblocks. You would think they would have a closer bond off that alone, but I guess not. Yeah. So that is what Kelli going through during this episode. She is financially drained, and she's dealing with her ex-husband, and she can't feel with her girls. I mean, because that's part of her life. That's part of her storyline. Her kids is part of her storyline because she's a day-to-day mom. We saw them last season. Now we can't see them this season. It's unfortunate. So let's move over to K Michelle and her husband, Caston. So they at the dentist's office. I think is it his dentist's office? I can't remember because she is from Memphis. So um so she getting some dental work done. I'm like, please don't show K Michelle getting anything else done, okay? First she was in the hospital due to a leaky butt. Now something wrong with her teeth. Okay. I mean, I know stuff be happening on our bodies, but geez, Louise. But yeah, so Cashin said you make me nervous. And she said, "Oh, I make you nervous. Oh, that's good, I guess." Um, he just said your health and wellness is important. That is important. All of our health and wellness is important. So it's important to keep up with everything from head to toe. I completely agree. Um, I just hate that we got to see it. Okay. But yeah, so she's at the dentist's office and they did a flashback because mind you, she is telling Caston about this whole plotting and the scheming of it all. So they did a flashback for 2 days ago. I think it was at like a pottery class, and we see that she met up with Kelli and Phaedra, which is interesting to me because mind you, in the Dallas trip, you is telling people that it was Phaedra, Porsha, and Drew that was plotting against you. And now you're sitting at this pottery class. So okay, I'm gonna keep continuing. She was just saying how we see a flashback that how she said that she know about Porsha and Drew, she know about the black and the plot and scheme of the conversation, but no, wait, she said she know that Drew and Porsha is plotting. Okay, and then here come Phaedra talking about I know about the black conversation, but I don't know about no other scheme. I'm looking like, so is the black conversation is a scheme or was just a conversation? You talking about the conversation they had at Dallas? I'm confused because I don't trust Phaedra for as I can throw her. Like I do not trust Phaedra at all. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I do not trust her along with Porsha. Cause they be known for lying. Yeah, so that was the flashback. I just found it interesting that she would want to hang out with Phaedra. And then the confessional, she said she know Phaedra know when to back down. Um, I guess from a accusation or something like that. She said she glad she know when to fold them or something like that. I'm like, hey, okay, whatever. It's just wild because it's just not making sense and it make her look crazy, and I don't want her to look crazy. Um, let's move on. So we see this group meet up. I mean, it was a pleasantly surprised meetup between these four because I mean we see them in group settings how they commingle well, but just to do it like solo as a group, because mind you, it's given that the producers are gonna make it team A, team B, like teams, like team talls and team smalls. Again, I don't I don't care for this divide, but it is what it is. So they met up. Angela let it be known that her daughter is gonna be in a. She got to leave soon. That's why she dressed like that. I guess she got to leave to go to New York because I think her 9-year-old daughter is gonna be in the fashion show. So for New York Fashion Week. So I thought that was dope. And she said this is her 3rd year. I said congratulations to that. It's nice to see a little chocolate baby on the runway. I love to see it. See more of us on the runway. That's dope. So Phaedra let the girls be known that she met up with Kay and Speaker Box Kelly and they went to pottery, and she talking about the whole scheming of it all with Porsha and Drew and the black situation. And you know, Porsha just let it be known like I am tired of holding her hand. She said I'm trying to be holding her hand through this process. I'm trying to be a big sis to her, like trying to help her make whatever she wants to happen on the show come true or whatever some shit she said. And she just said the voices that Kay is hearing are in her head because they don't believe that nobody told her anything. And Drew, like, where's the evidence? Like, what are you talking about, lady? So that's what they giving K Michelle, and you know, and Phaedra let Angela know that she be in the rooms. Let me see a flashback of I guess Emmy night. She was invited to the Emmys, whatever. Some like I guess it was just a little kiki and an inside joke for them too. Yeah, so it was a cute little meetup. So there's that. And then she also told the ladies about her Reiki healing event at her house. So yeah, so that should be fun. Moving on. So we get to Porsha. She is at the house, and she told the girls, mind you, it's her daughter Pilar and her niece, Lauren's daughter. So they like Lauren's daughter's 9 and Pilar is what 6. So yeah, she said she got a little surprise for them. So they stay in the room till she called them down, right? And then we see her, Lauren, her mom, and they start talking for a little bit. And the mic of it all, how Mike did show up to Dallas for a couple of hours for the gala event that Cynthia put on for the tequila of it all. So how he stayed for a little bit, but she didn't want him to come back to the house because people had their husbands and stuff. So she just sent him on his way. And then Lauren had to share like how Mike been blowing up her phone because he ain't heard from Porsha in 3 days, so she ain't hear from her. He sent her with a mariachi band, and then we see a flashback of that. And then she said at the same time, Dennis ass was pulling up. She said Dennis does not live far from her. I said, oh wow. Not Dennis living in the area. So I mean it's good for Pilar but all, but don't do no pop-ups. If you ain't give me no heads up, don't pop up on me. I don't care. We next door neighbors. Don't pop up on me. Call first. Okay? Call first. I don't do pop-up wells. Yeah, so but it's given that Porsha and Dennis don't really have no boundaries for real, for real. I'm just saying. Yeah, so Lauren had a question about her dating Mike and what's the other lady name? Who's she dating? Sway. And Sway is interested. We seen Sway at the movie premiere, and we already seen Mike like more than one time. And she just dating both of them. And she let it be known like it's a deal breaker because we did see Mike said that he wanted a child, and Porsha is not finna have no child. She said no. She already had tough enough time with Pilar, and she she got this extra sketch body, and she ain't finna stretch it out for another child. But when it comes to Sway, but Lauren said, but Sway want a child too. But Porsha like Sway can have the child. I don't want to have. I don't want to go through that again. Yeah, so that was funny. And Lauren trying to get her to choose, and she said, "I ain't got to choose. I'm just dating and have fun." And then this snake guy came, child. I'm thinking she said a lizard. That Pilar wanted to see a lizard. This nigga came out with a snake. What the? Yeah. Mm-mm. No ma'am, no ma'am. Like they was running. I'd be running too. And her niece talking about, oh, it feel like a purse. I'm like, not a snake skin purse. I'm like, Snake, you better be fearful for your life, but they about to make you into a purse and some shoes to match. Yeah, so that was went down at Porsha house. It was cute. So we get a scene with Shamia. This scene. Already, like when we step into the scene, we see the sadness and brokenness, somewhat a little bit of brokenness in Shamia because mind you, she's at the what's that called? Surrogate facility that the lady who was carrying her youngest one who had the cancer, and she got the surrogate business teamed up with I think Dr. Jackie, and then yeah, she's there waiting for an appointment, I guess, and she invited Kelli to come along. I'm like, why not your husband? But we already know Jared don't like to be on camera filming for real tough. So there's that, and she let it be known to Kelli that Jared don't care for her to, cause she acting. I don't see a lot in her acting. What the hell in my door? Every time I do a video, something in my door. So yeah, so she's acting. Like I said, I don't see a lot of what she's acting in unless she posted or something. That's the only way I'm gonna know. But he don't like her doing love scenes in a movie with a man. So if she said at first he said I looked good, I did great. Then he came back and said he don't like that. So I'm like, well, you still can do your movie. And she got emotional about it. I'm like, did he say you can't act or something? You still can act while doing the love scenes. You probably can just do a peck kiss, okay, if you have a love interest, but you don't have to be like that. Show your body and stuff. So, and Kelly's like, but this is your passion, unless you like your career. I'm like, yeah, but she's married. I mean, she still can act. I hope not. That's not what he's telling her to do, to give up her acting. So, yeah, I hope that's not the thing. And She also shared like they got one boy embryo left, and if this don't take, she don't know what they're gonna do. And it's given like if this don't work, like our relationship might be in jeopardy and it might be over. That's what it was given, and I hope not. I'm like, was this a part of your prenup or part of your marriage agreement? Like, y'all gonna have these many kids, y'all gonna have this many girls and have this many boys, but stuff happens. Mind you, her body been through enough. What so? And she had miscarriages, so it's like, what are we doing? And kind of find out you can buy eggs, child. Because they were like, "Hey, you ever thought about buying somebody else's eggs?" And this talking about your sister eggs. It's just saying, what? It was crazy. It was a lot. And yeah, so if this, I guess this boy embryo don't take, I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm gonna need them to explore other avenues because this can't be the end all be all. Like, you should be thankful and blessed with the one she got, okay, or able to have. Um, because women bodies, every woman body is different, and every woman body can't handle all this stuff going on with the pregnancy. Um, so I don't know, but she getting emotional about it, and it's like she got to choose. It sounds like she got to choose either her happiness or what she want to do, or because it's like it's stressful. Like she trying to make this happen for him, because she keeps saying my husband want a boy. She don't say like we want a boy. My husband want a boy. That's why I'm wondering, like, if this part of the agreement or the prenup or whatever, like boom, 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 this need to happen. And mind you, there's an age gap. And he in his 60s and she's in her 40s. I don't know. But y'all tell me. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Um, Shamia getting emotional about Gerald saying her about her acting. She can't do love scenes and he want a boy. Do you think this is part of their marriage agreement or something? Let me know your thoughts below. So that's pretty much the same from there. Moving on. So we get Kelli, speaker box Kelli, with her oldest. I think her name is, what's her name, Chloe or something. But she go to Spelman. She's in college now. I think it's her freshman year, and she's in college. And I think the college is like 30 minutes away from the house or whatever. So yeah, so she made her sign like a college agreement, and she brought out the terrible ass college basket that Shamia was making for her, that made for her, I should say. It had the condoms in it. She said, "You know what these are?" I was say, "She 18. I hope she know what these are. She supposed to been learned that in like sex ed. Don't they still teach sex ed in class at schools? 15, 16 years old, we supposed to learn that." But anyway, yeah. So the baby want a car. She said, "Can I get a car?" She said, "No." And she just told her she gonna send her back in the Uber X, because funds is tight. And I'm like, look at her daughter, her pretty daughter. Her daughter got her original face. That's not nice, but whatever. I don't care for Kelli like that, but it is what it is. But she's able to film with the oldest, because mind you, the oldest is not by her recent ex-husband, so that's by somebody else. So she made this college agreement. I don't know what was in agreement, but I just know I guess she got to get good grades or whatever, keep them up and stuff. And I don't know. I forgot what was in the agreement, but it was just a cute little scene. She was able to at least film with one daughter, even though the other kids cannot be on camera. That's unfortunate. That's about it. Moving on to Porsha and Sway. So they out on a date, and let's just say Porsha is more giggly and grinning and smiley with Sway than Mike, in my opinion. Because Mike is giving, even though I think both of them getting paid actor when it comes to Porsha and her storyline, but Mike is giving more paid actor than Sway. Sway, like, she really interested, and then she kind of found out they used to talk like 10 years ago, and I guess Porsha kept on red or whatever 10 years ago, and she was interested 10 years ago. I don't know what Porsha was doing 10 years ago or who she was doing 10 years ago, but yeah, so now here they are, okay, on this date. And like I said, it seemed like Porsha was nervous. She just smiling and grinning, and yeah, it seemed like they had more chemistry than with Mike. So it is what it is. She just saying like how she wants to be committed. Sway letting me know she want to be committed within a year, and she also want to have a kid as well, and she don't mind carrying it. I'm like, that's all Porsha probably looking for. She don't want to carry that no damn baby. Be for real. Or try to, because it's not easy. And speaking of babies, I could have sworn last season Shamita let it be known that Porsha and Simon had some eggs or some embryos or something. But I don't think Porsha wanted that to be known on camera. But yeah, so because they went through a divorce, so I don't know how that works. Do they still got to pay for the storage for them, or do they pay to get rid of them? Mind you, Simon over there in Dubai or Africa, whatever he at, and she's over here. So I don't understand, like, why do the embryo thing at all? I don't get it. I guess she thought they was gonna be together forever, but here we are. Uh, Waste of time and money, and I hate to see stuff like that go to waste. Or do you? I don't know. It was just a thought. But anyway, so they on the date. Sway did ask her, like, do you see yourself being with a woman for the rest of your life? And then she asked her, do she have any baby daddy drama? And then she just let it be known that when things are good with Dennis, um, when she's single. And Sway, like, of course. And they playing that shot game. It was really cute. Yeah, so it was really cute. So basically, we did see a flashback of her and Dennis arguing about how bringing people who she date, her choices. And I mean, even though it's not really none of his business, the only thing he needs to be concerned about is like who come around his child. And every time she dates someone, they don't have to be around his child, because I would never forget the whole Simon of it all. And then had that little girl on that man lap so quickly. It's like it happened so fast. And now this man is your ex-husband, and he's out of the country. He got kicked out of the country. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't blame Dennis, but like at the same time, but you can't tell her who to date or whatever. So it is what it is. It was a cute date, and I enjoyed the scene. Next up, okay, so they are on their way. Okay, we got Kate, Michelle, Pinky on their way to Phaedra house. I think they're picking up Shamia on the way, but they are on their way to Phaedra house. And Kate, Michelle, let it be known. This is why I side, like, okay, she let it be known about how her ex called her and told her that he used to mess with Porsha, and then they did the flashback to Queen's Court season 2. I'm like, oh my gosh. He let it be known that he used to mess with Porsha, and she don't know why Porsha didn't tell her about him. Like they had like a ex in common or whatever. And what she was saying, the ex, and they showed the ex. I'm like, I thought her season she left by herself. She chose herself. She didn't choose no one. Because I remember him and this white guy, right? I was in and out with her season. I think hers was with Lisa Ray and the girl from Flavor of Love, Delicious, I think. So I was in and out of that season. And I just know I remember seeing the clips, like how she chose herself. She ain't chose no one. So in my mind, I'm like, how does your ex? And you chose yourself. But okay. So she just didn't have Porsha then tell her. And she in the confessional was saying like she could have she said, I don't care if you marry him, you date him or whatever, I sing at your wedding. It was just like, if you don't care, then why you so pressed? Like, did he tell you that she was like calling or talking to him about you? I'm confused. I'm not gonna hold you. I am a little confused because it's like you say you don't care, you'll sing at their wedding. I'm like, is she dating him currently? Because mind you, the only people we see Porsha with was Mike and Sway. And I'm like, how long ago were they dating? Was this after you, before you, or the same time as you? I don't know. I was just a little confused. Like, you mad that she didn't tell you, or you mad that um she didn't tell you, or you mad that she said some stuff about you? That's what I'm thinking. Like, did she talk behind your back? Like, did she talk you or ask the questions about you? Like, let me know. Okay. What else? So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Because this will, mind you, she's telling us to Pinky, and this will continue at the dinner at the Reiki healing event that Phaedra's putting on the house, because they on their way there, and she just let it be known. it's given that Porsha is not a girl's girl and stuff like that. I guess. I'm like, none of y'all heifers probably ain't a girl's girl, but anyway, let's go to the scene of the event. Okay, this healing event that Phaedra was putting on her house. I ain't know she into Reiki. I guess she has a certificate in it, and she know how to play a flute. She was setting the scene with this red hair, looking like poison ivy. But anyway, the ladies start to arrive. Porsha is arriving. Her extra sketch body. Her body look good. It's just like no one. I'm like, okay, now it's you this episode with the body, and then last episode it was Shamia. I'm like, y'all were friends, so y'all are friends or were friends because the way y'all want to show y'all work. I mean, if you pay for it, might as well flaunt it. Okay, if it look good, you might as well flaunt it. Okay, but yeah, so most of them showed up in the swimsuit. Because mind you, they finna get in the pool with these little floaty air mattresses. It look like. So yeah, so it's for they can have some peace and healing. It was funny that when Shamia got in, her thing was the air was coming out her little floaty thing. I'm like, how that happened? Like you wearing something a sharp RJ? I know that booty ain't sharp like that. But yeah, so Aiden was there as a lifeguard, I guess, with somebody else. I'm like, he is 15. Why he wouldn't be around with these grown women? Like, then some of them are showing more than what they should be showing. Okay, but it seemed like it seemed like people had a good time. You know, it was peaceful and healing of it all. Child, let's get to the dinner. So we are at the dinner. Okay, Michelle, let it be known, like she come with good attention, she can be calm, cool, whatever. I said, no, you ain't. And then she just, real Porsha about why they are at what they at. Because she said she has some pushback due to especially the way things went down between her and Kelli. Because mind you, when they was at the tea, I can understand that can give somebody pause, like, damn, like you bringing her sleeping with a married man, and the way they was going back and forth, like, damn, that's how you get down. Just bring up her business like that. I could see that giving someone pause for real. And then she brought up the whole miscarriage thing, but I was like, hey, y'all had a conversation about it. You went on Twitter, called her bimbo and all this stuff, and then she didn't know she was the bimbo until you met up with her. And then she seemed like she apologized, seems sincere, and you accepted the apology. I mean, I understand that can give you a side eye, but y'all did have a conversation about it, and I gave her hell for that because I'm like, that was out of order anyway, but she apologized for it. And now you're saying it's this. I'm like, are you trying to find are you trying to find a problem with Porsha? Because that's what it's given. Like, you trying to find a problem with Porsha at this point. Because mind you, Porsha has trying to be supportive to you even when you was breaking down crying and stuff like that. And she hasn't really said anything. She never called you out your name. Not even to the other ladies. Only thing she ever said was there were voices in your head, and that's just the current as this episode. Yeah, but it seemed like Porsha was really trying, because if she ain't messing with you, she ain't messing with you. She will give you the Shamia treatment. Okay. She talked more to Kelli than Shamia. Granted, her and Kelli are going back and forth when they interact. But yeah, so it was just strange. But yeah, she was just saying how and she also said how they share this ex named Nosh. I think Porsha said the name. I almost said Mike. Named Nosh. Nosh. If I call him Mike, I mean Nosh. So Nosh told Kay, told him that him and Porsha talked or used to talk or whatever. And I didn't understand it. I'm confused. I'm like, are you mad that she say like this is her ex? Or are you mad that you think that her and Nosh are talking about you? Porsha said, I only said good things about you. And I never dated him at the same time. There was no overlap as you. I think she said they dated after. I don't know before. I think after her, after K Michelle. And she only said good things about Kay. And even Angela was confused. She said, I'm confused. Where's the food? Her and Pinky behind me rolling. Okay, because Pinky was eating that damn good organic food. And Phaedra was like, it's organic. Like she said, I'm hungry, child. I'm not gonna do like it happened on the Dallas. I'm gonna eat some of this good organic food. But yeah, even Angela was trying to get understanding. That's why she was looking at her like that. She's trying to understand herself. Like I'm confused. Like, and I'm confused even more. I'm like, is this part of the plot and scheme and the plan that you was yelling about in Dallas? Like, is this it? Okay. And then Phaedra was going down the list of, I guess, the problems of this plot and scheme and what Kate and Michelle got a problem with. I guess Porsha and Drew, and she named three things. She said, no, the black thing is the fourth one. And then Drew sighed, and then all hell broke loose. She said, why did you care? She was real saucy with Drew Sidora. It went for 0 to 100. Why do you care? Like, and then Drew like, stop saying his name. I'm like, you brought it up because you are why you I sighed because you brought up black and you already told me that I'm the one that putting black on you. Like y'all had some more going on, which is not what happened. That's why. So that was going back and forth and back. And K Michelle was trying to, to land the shade of it all. And Drew, like, I don't even know you. He said, I don't know you. He said, I can't tell because you was running down my resume. She said, bitch, it was easy because you don't have one. They know each other. And K Michelle, you definitely know her resume because you ran it down. And you talk about her husband in the basement, which nobody was talking about this season. And you wasn't even there last season, so to witness. But yeah. And Drew told her to YOLO her ass out of here. You don't fit in. And then she said, YOLO like he Drew. It was terrible, Kay. I'm sorry. It was terrible. I didn't like it. But yeah, so that was going on. Then she was so hyped with Drew, but calm with Porsha. I just find that interesting. And for what we saw, Drew was not trying to put black on you. And she said, keep his name out your mouth. She said, I could talk about who I want to talk about. I'm like, yeah, you have the right to say his name, but I guess she's saying like, why you keep bringing this man up and you don't want to be tied to him? You talk about him more than I do. Okay. It's crazy. So, Portia's like, wait a minute. Like, we were not friends at the time, whatever. It was just making my head hurt. I'm gonna be honest. For a little bit, my head was starting to hurt because, like, is this part of the plot and scheming? So, I mean, could Porsha tell you that she dealt with one of your ex? Yeah, sure. Does she owe it to you? No. Y'all not friends. Would it be nice? Sure. Does she owe it to you? No. Y'all are not friends. And she ain't say nothing bad about you. I could see that Porsha was dealing with this dude at the current time, and she talking about you. And one of this dude is messy. If he saying anything, if she said anything about you, he could be messy himself. So I don't understand that. So yeah, and then it all wound down. Then Phaedra said something about concluding it, and then here come Kelli talking about concluding that Porsha sleep with a lot of Nigerians. When she said that, I said, no, she didn't. Because mind you, she was ad-libbing the whole time her and Kay, that Porsha and Kay was going back and forth. She like, yeah, because mind you, Kay Michelle said that Porsha got the spirit of exposure. Like she like to expose people because mind you, she witnessed what happened to Kelly. I'm like, is that exposing Kelly? Not really. If it's a lie, it's not really exposure, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, I didn't mind Kelly saying that. She got to participate. It is what it is. She's an agitator. That's her part on the show. She's gonna agitate the hell out of Porsha. I don't understand the smoke for Porsha because mind you, her smoke go from last season. I can understand smoke this season, but at the same time, you hugged it out with this lady. So yeah. But she did the same thing last season. She came in on hot with Porsha and talking about how she slept with a married man. Granted, I mean, I'm granted it is the question that we all wanted to know and wanted her to be approached by, but not by a newbie. But yeah, she been having smoke for Porsha ever since. Even though they did have brunch and kind of let bygones be bygones, and then it came back up again. Her having heat for Porsha, I guess on account of Shamia. I don't know when they fell out. I don't know. Let me know because sometimes I lose track of what happened first. But yeah, that was pretty much how it ended because mind you, as uh what's her name? Kelli said you sleep with a lot of Nigerians, and Porsha said, "No, that's you. You sleeping with married men that married pastors." She put her finger in her mouth, and then come Kelli with the glass. She said, "Try me. Like, this ain't what you want. You gonna learn." I'm like, "What a speaker box, Kelli? What you gonna do?" Porsha will snap you. It's like a chihuahua to a pit bull child. And I'm glad the production knew to swoop in, or security know to swoop in, because they know Miss Peach Juice over there has a reputation of snatching bitches. Okay. Yeah, so that was pretty much how the end of the episode ended, because she said, Phaedra, you know who I'm talking about too. He's your client, and he's not no stewardess. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. It hit it was be continued. So we saw what Porsha was saying, but we didn't see what Kelli was saying, because it seemed like they muted her out, and she was going through it because they had her like covered and hovered. Yeah, I can't wait to see how that's gonna be continued off. So yeah, let me know your thoughts below on episode 8, child. Of all went down, and did you make any sense of what Kay was trying to say about this dude Nosh from Queen's Court? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about this whole thing, and I will see y'all for episode 9. Okay, I'm out of here.